I'm gonna tell you a story, but the first thing you have to understand is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle because I'm always talking to you. Welcome to the cult. Now, we're gonna circle back to Chaining the Lost for the final set of arts. Collectively called the Wutan. Now I'm gonna go through first I'm gonna just go through Wutan as Wutan before I get into the 6 individual ones, because the basic thing about Wutan is that, near as I can tell, they are Parka Sutri Botika Razavada. That is to say, 5 strings of elemental alchemy, which is earth. Actually, um, I'll get into this. Right. All right. Wutan is the alchemical and elemental magic of the Xian. Oh, on that side note, I think I've come up with the best use for the Balavarana Hidimarga so far, which is basically become a supernatural being for each of the tarot cards. So I did Vidya Dayabu for make a fool out of, or the fool, um for tie 2 ends of string together for basically uniting earth and sky because of the for the Mago. um I've already forgotten what I did for the high priestess. Wow, what is wrong with me? um wow, how'd I do that? The one for the Empress is Mayra Babadi for Become a Peacock. That makes sense if you saw that episode. And the one for the Emperor is Samiyajadi. You can look that up. It makes sense if you've seen that episode too. It makes sense if you watch if you watch the Balamarana Hidamaga series. It's the Fool's Manner of Dying Aaron pathway. It's it's pretty hilarious. But anyway, getting back to the Eastern alchemy, traditional Chinese medicine and magic attempt they're tasked by balancing the elemental energies in the human body and world. Doctor use herbs, animal remains, massage, feng shui, and acupuncture to establish balance of metaphysical forces. While the West is slowly giving these practices their due respect, in the world of darkness they represent a shadow of true mastery of such forces. The Shinma are servants of the elemental forces that created the world. The truck with the foundation of perception, yin and yang, and the elements wood, fire, metal, water, and earth. So, Caste, Agni, Dhatu, Jala, Bhumi, Pashusutri, and then there's internal, which is basically Sula Rasavida, or subtle alchemy, or Rasavada rather. Wutan doesn't rely on static spells or cantrips. Each of the alchemies has 5 levels of growing mastery that can be used to create effects. Each alchemy also corresponds not only to the natural element it is named for, but to spiritual correspondences with those elements in the souls themselves and other people. While Wutan doesn't have the scope of awakened sphere magic, it is much more universal than people magic. Yeah, real talk. Um, there's some modifiers here. Abundance, number of targets affected, circumstances, placing condition on effect, continuance, duration, domain, range of the target or sphere of influence, harm, direct damage of target, or magnitude, size of target, or the degree to which it is changed by magic. There's fortunes, color, auspicious colors attached to the elements, direction, standing in the element, direction from the target, zizat, paper sacrifices. Those things are handy as far. Heck, paper charms are incredibly useful. Paper sacrifices folder drawn to represent what is desired. Festivals, those are really handy. Just saying. Auspicious celebration tied to the elements. Quananjin fortune, being a Quananjin associated with the element. Mujen, voodoo dolls like voodoo dolls. Effigies. Effigies are effigies are incredibly useful in Magic. They just are. They just are. They just are. They just are. They can't not be. Um, they're so useful for Magic. They just are. Poetry, a haiku or other poem. Poetry and art in general is very useful in Magic. It just is. Season, the elements, time of year. Sense, caster or target experiencing the same taste, smell, etc. Oh yeah, shared perceptions is actually very useful for Magic, just in general. You like if you can if you and your target are both watching the same thing, or eating the same food at the same place, hearing a lot of the same sounds, it can be actually very useful if you know what you're doing. Just don't be scummy with that. Skills, using a skill or knowledge that aids the Aichi. And money form, the Shen wears their true self. Money form, should look that up. It's gonna probably be its own episode. All right, and then there's elemental balances. Wood is, oh yeah, they have different elements for yin and yang for each of the elements. Um, except for earth, which is both intelligence. Yin and yang. Yin and yang, they have their aspects in both. Like, I've done a whole series on, like, yang stuff and yang stuff. Like, chi literally meaning breath. Oh, chi is prana. Ki is prana. Oh, wow, that makes sense. Is the primal force of the universe, is yin and yang attributes. Adesa prana. Astavayastada prana. Order of breath. Chaos breath. These make sense to me. The Shen's ki is potent and plentiful, but when they are trapped in the middle kingdom, they turn the flow of ki in their bodies in on itself like a Mobius strip to keep their life energies from bleeding away. This keeps them intact on this side of the wall. It also keeps them from crossing the wall. I would imagine so. Yugen, when the Xian takes the human form, it severs them from the wellspring of magic as it cut them off from heavenly courts. Happily, though, the chi within them shine through the accumulation as a new, though less potent, form of ki called Yugen. The Yugen is undifferentiated chi, neither yin nor yang. It is only gathered at dragon nests and during religious festivals. Except that they also make it inside themselves, I guess. The maximum number of Yugen Shen may hold is the sum of their yin and yang energy ratings. Costs 1 Yugen to perform Aiki unless otherwise noted. Constructive. Alright. Is a constructive. Okay, as opposed to having diametrically opposed elements like water and fire and earth and wind. There's a constructive cycle and a destructive cycle. There's in the constructive cycle, wood makes fire. Fire produces ash, and so produces earth, out of which comes one ore, and so metal. Metal melts ice and produces water, which nourishes wood, bringing the cycle around again. And so it's like a wheel, but with a star in it, and that basically does the whole list. And so the alchemies are Ditan, Hutan, Dintan, Tietan, Shvetan, and Nitan. And I'll wrap it up there because I'm hitting close to 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.